Right, so I've been through that. I need to go. And then there was this, just the junk room. There's further rooms off in here. I wonder where this leads. Interesting. Looks like they use this room as a bit of a writing music room sort of thing. Women outlaws. It looks like they took some of the stuff off the front of the Women Outlaws poster. Captain A and Rev L Ocean Girl, so that's Lonnie. That looks like that was Sam. Kind of new personas. What does that say? Girl justice now. Heard enough? Had enough? Kicking against the patriarchy. Loads of, this looks like albums or scenes called Fight Back. That's very cool. Goodfellow Senior High School. Dear Miss Greenbriar, appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Mr. Soto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention to yourself, which is, I believe, is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
It's amazing how you can get such a strong image of somebody just through like little bits of text and pictures that you pick up on. Where is this? We've been here before, haven't we? This is an offer of promotion to Bruce Pendleton. Oh no, from Bruce Pendleton to her mum. Spanish textbook. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mum was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since the forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home she takes it out on you, like because you're not a member of the family she knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. It's okay, I know, she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles, and I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mum lives in Florida. You have to have a mum every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mum thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mum is a psycho-Christian, and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mum in Florida? No. Thursday, Inside Edition. Investigative team visits camp whose specialists help adolescents overcome deviant behaviour and homosexuality. Oh. Whether that's torn out is interesting.
Katie, you know how Mom and Dad are. not exactly super open-minded about things. It feels like every minute I don't spend with Lonnie, I spend worrying about them finding out about us. And what would happen if they did? You know Dad's joke about the nunnery that he'd tell whenever you brought boys around the old house? I wonder where he'd want to send me.
So this is the room we couldn't get into before. So we can follow this down now. We know that way lies the basement. This is the dining room. So maybe it's, you know, she's run away from her parents, want to join Lonnie with the army or something. More manuals. There we go. Hi Jan, I got 2 tickets to EWF on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. So that leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in. More fun than clearing bush in the freezing rain, right? Rick. Another postcard she sent. Wow, that looks impressive. Hi Mum, Dad and Sam. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've gotten to see all of the art, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling, and sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. Mum, we'll have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics, as in pieces of important dead people, so you should probably come too. Next stop, Barcelona. Calm down, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull. Probably. Love, Katie. It's a copy of her zine. Disciplinary referral for Sam. Distributing inappropriate materials on school grounds. Disciplinary action. Phone call to students' parents. Out of school suspension. Oh, there was another letter there. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for anything except going to and from school. We understand what you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behaviour at school. And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course as this doesn't have to happen again.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something, but they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Wow, that's got to be tough. Here I was expecting this house to be haunted or something like that, and it turns out that the this is even harder to deal with because of how real this is as a situation. First off, congratulations! Janice Greenbriar, Regional Director. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for, an engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favourite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. But you sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. You sure there's something there? You said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You sure they're not serious? Okay, so we have to figure out when we'll see each other next in person. Enough of the letters. I owe you congratulatory Margarita, boss lady, soon, Carol. So it kind of suggests that Jan, Mum, was kind of out with Rick. The person that she suggested should come over and she supervised him. The Accidental Warrior. Don't give up on this, honey. This sounds like the third book. Because you remember he said he was told not, he couldn't get it published. Okay, so we went in that door. We come down here. Let's just check this table. Nope, we're good. This is the kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen. They have no shortage of stereos. I'll give them that much. Like how there's a lot of music in this game. I'm not going to play all of it just on the grounds that I'm not sure if I've already... It's like a checkbook in there. Interesting. What have we got on the fridge? An invitation to Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Blair request the honour of your presence at the marriage of their daughter, Helen Margaret, to Mr. Richard Morris Paternack. Sunday, the 4th of June, 1985, 4:30 in the afternoon. A couple of days ago, I think. No, actually, more than a year back. Sam's schedule working at Crown Burger on Bethel Road, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 PM to 7 PM, Saturday, 12 PM to 6 PM. Used by the 6th of the 5th, 95. That's today, I think. I'm not expecting to find like a severed head or something in the freezer, but a certain amount of trepidation. What's this? Ah, spinach. You can go back. Anything good? Oh, fish sticks. Alright, dishes look done. So I think I've stood on top of the dishwasher whilst trying to close it. Looks like the power's gone off at some point because it's flashing 12. My oven does that, unfortunately. Strange thing, my oven won't actually work unless the time is set on it. How peculiar is that? You have to make sure the time isn't flashing 12 o'clock, otherwise it won't light. It took me a long time to figure that one out the first time round after a power cut. And it's a gas oven as well. If someone knows why, please explain that in the comments. That's picture of mushrooms. That's interesting. June. So Katie comes home this month. We'll call with exact date. Oh, their anniversary trip. Rick's wedding. So Rick got married to... That's interesting. So yeah, so that Rick that they had the invite for was the Rick that... so the letter suggesting that he perhaps wasn't serious with his girlfriend was wrong. He got married to her by the looks of it. Can't make it, send regrets. Can't make the wedding because they're on an anniversary trip, which is why the parents aren't here at the moment. Because it's the 7th, 6th or 7th now, isn't it? Tuesday, Wednesday. Charity junk pickup in the basement. Dentist at 5 AM. Janet Loop Trail hike event. Cheshire Elementary Public something cleanup. Interesting. Bruce Pendleton. Having received your formal acceptance letter, I write to congratulate you on your new position as the Regional Conservation Director. Okay, so she took the job. Loads of crisps here. No cat in the oven or anything else like that. Looks like we're good. Looks like they're still fitting this kitchen. Sink and everything's over there, which is intriguing. What have we got through here? A very dark room. The Accidental Pariah. Looks like this is a different cover for his book. Dear Mr. Greenbriar, first let me say I hope this missive finds you well. Hell, it feels like a goddamn miracle that it finds you at all. Do you know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not. We aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let us start from the beginning. Unknown Dimension is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles, type out there mass-market shunning visionary expression that refuses to be taken on anything but its own terms. We've had an unparalleled run since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ, or zombie-like, timeless works such as N.N. Bestman's Message of the Snake Men, It's Inside Me by Jens Keller, and Emil Krieger's oft-banned Venusian Flesh Traders. But ever since we discovered tattered copies of your Accidental series at a church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey, we've been trying to track down the author of the weird and dark American outsider art. It's just the kind of forgotten portal into the 20th century civilization's anxieties and delusions that our readers lose their minds over. James Bond and Harrison Ford might be the dick-swinging heroes that modern suburban American wants, but John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history-revising sociopath by night, is the twisted peacekeeper that it deserves. It is our mission to bring him back to life. Okay, so I've typed plenty. What do we want from you? We want your permission to reprint your work. Since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago, we want you to supply a new forward for the books. To appear in a brand new edition of The Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah, to be produced by Unknown Dimension as a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerning customer base. And we want to offer you a portion of the proceeds, contract to follow, assuming you're interested in coming along with us on this weird odyssey. We look forward to embarking with you, and to thrusting your work screaming back into the sweating palms of unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Blast off. Medicine Kaczynski, publisher, Unknown Dimension Literature. Increasingly strange.